So I wanted to ask you how you made the decision to go into public service and the military. And then I wanted to ask you about Filipino veterans. Are you, no.
Yes, I am.
Stop, no.
Okay, go.
No, I'm not done yet.
That's
Turn it
just
off.
keep on going. We can edit. We can edit.
And then I was going to ask you about Filipino veterans equity.
Sure.
And then the last question was, how did you find the courage to really stand up and put out the report? If you can't talk about
I
that.
can't talk about that.
Or,
Question, yeah, just that, yeah.
I guess the third question then would be, what do you think your proudest moment as an Asian American in the military would have been?
Okay, sounds good.
So, thank you. We have General Antonio Taguba here with us tonight, and thank you so much again for your service for our country. If I can ask you, there are actually a number of prominent Asian Americans who've served in the military. So, how did you, decide to go into military service?
Well, actually, it's pretty easy. I come from a family that have served our nation for almost a grand total of 190 years. So I thought I was going to follow that tradition of public service, especially in the military, to follow that tradition and to serve our country. We have this thing called answering the call to duty. So I decided to answer that call to duty. It was an easy decision.
And then, of course, you're aware of the issue around Filipino veterans equity and also Hmong veterans equity, where, Asians who've served in the military, particularly from other countries, but who fought for the U.S., they were promised that they would receive equal benefits and equal honors. I know that you've been honored for your work on that. So,
well, I didn't do very much other than to be an advocate for them. I felt that the Filipino American veterans during World War II were discounted for their service, wartime service, I should say. Promises were made, but then promises were taken away. And after 6 decades, 60 years of all those promises, they get a small compensation for that. Except most of them are in their later years. They're in their 80s and 90s, and the compensation is just a modest solace for them, for their recognition for their wartime service. But at the same time, it was a heartfelt gratitude that they showed to our country for that small amount of recognition. And it's not done yet, of course. Some of them have not received their money. Some are still appealing the decision where their application was disapproved. But I think in time, our country will give them the full appreciation for their human suffering, as the bill was said, and I think we owe it to them. Our nation owes them a debt of gratitude, actually.
I really hope. I actually also was lobbying for Philanvets equity, and so I really hope that
thank you.
The nation, gives the veterans the respect that they deserve.
Absolutely.
And then I guess the last question is, what do you feel like your proudest moment as an Asian American in the military was?
My proudest moment. My proudest moment. I'll tell you the proudest moment to be associated with Asian American Pacific Islander was when I achieved the rank of Major General, second Filipino American to do that, and following in the footsteps of great General Shizeki, of course, and Joseph Senator Inoue. I think it's vastly important that we have representation at that level. To be as role models, that there are expectations for a younger generation like yourself to see that, hey, if they can make it, then you can make it. And so that was probably one of my proudest moments, achieving that rank, which was somewhat unexpected, but it was a very humbling but honorable position that I was in. So it was worth it, I think.
Thank you again, General Taguba, for your
Carol.
courage, for your honesty, and for your leadership.
Thanks very much. Thanks for the interview. Bye, Mom. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you so much.